You're gonna look all nice and organized. Okay. All right, y'all. Sorry, it's a cloudy day, so that's why it looks a little dim. But this is your underlying energy, the Ten of Wands. So y'all dealing with a little bit of burdens right now. You guys are carrying a lot of burdens. So the situation or your relationship right now, your love life is a burden in itself. Okay, you guys are carrying a lot of weight, or somebody's carrying a lot of weight in this relationship. But ultimately, it's a burden. It's a burden. But it's the beautiful thing is at the end of a cycle. Now, underneath this Ten of Wands is Two of Wands. So this was talking about picking a direction. Perhaps it's a burden now because after picking that direction, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of, it's definitely a lot of work. But the direction in which you picked is proved to be one taxing situation. But you are at the end of the cycle right now. The current state of being in regarding this relationship or regarding this your love life, for those of you that are single, this is talking about a second chance, a second time around. This is the review. Judgment is talking about looking at the situation from a standpoint of what you've been through, right? You've been through a lot within your love lives or within your relationship. This is a situation where now it's time to act based off the new you, because you're no longer that person from the past. That's why the review is so important. And see how much you've changed, see how much you've grown, see how much you've developed, because you are now the new individual, the new Taurus. All right. And I feel like it's, the goal pretty much is to commit to the new you, to commit to this relationship, or commit to the new self. Because ultimately, like I said before, you are a new Taurus. You are a new individual. You are no longer that same person that would do X, Y, and Z. That's why this situation now in regards to your love life or relationship is a burden, because you are no longer this person. So the reason why the committing part is hard to do is because it doesn't need to be very authentic at this time, because the King of Wands is coming up as the blockage. The King of Wands is very authentic and very true to himself. He doesn't do anything he doesn't want to do. He doesn't do anything that isn't exciting, fun, passionate, anything that really resonates with his desires in the moment, or his truth altogether, right? His passions. If it doesn't jive with his passions, he ain't doing it. So the thing here is, I think the best path to follow regarding this is not only follow your passions, follow your truth, but if this is something, as long as you are you, then committing to it will be easy. Now, the reason why the King of Wands is the blockage towards the Hierophant, developing routines based off of this new boundary or this new way of believing or committing to yourself rather, is potentially because in the past it was just dissatisfaction, right? I think there was a realization that the situation that you're in is no longer satisfying, and you're not gonna have it no more. You're done. You're tired. That's it. You're done. So I feel like the King of Wands is like, yeah, it's time. It's time to be the you that truly is meant to shine, Taurus, which is a person that's not gonna take no shit. Someone that's just going to do what they need to do and just get it done on their own time. Just be them, be themselves, be who you truly are. Now, your best path to follow in the right position is the Nine of Wands. So this is talking about not giving up. It's talking about standing your ground, being defensive, right? Defensive of yourself, digging your feet in the grass and pushing forward, because the situation is almost over. You're almost at the end of the cycle. You actually are reaching the end of the cycle, as a matter of fact. But I feel like you just want to be you, right? You want to be you, and that's something you should never give up, right? Never give up on your integrity, never give up on your authenticity, because your authenticity is what makes you, Taurus, so special. And that's why all you fixed signs are so special, because you guys don't let nobody define you for anything unless you want to define that for you, right? So I feel like with the Nine of Wands, it's talking about not giving up. Don't give up so fast. Stand your ground right now, because right now the situation is calling for you to be the true you at this time, right? Now, for some of you guys, this is talking about figuring out whether or not the situation is truly worth your time if this isn't resonating with your truth. Because if it doesn't resonate with your truth, maybe the situation may call for you to drop the burdens, okay? Maybe there is something that if it doesn't resonate with who you truly are, like Taurus, perhaps this isn't for you. But if this is something that you truly want, then and this truly resonates with you, and you're just exhausted due to how much you've put into it, just hold on tight. Now, In your feelings, you have the Seven of Pentacles. So yeah, you've been through a lot. You've been putting in a lot of work. And I think you're looking at the situation at how much work is left, because you're just starting to see the sparks, starting to see the blossom of those trees starting to pick up. You're starting to see the results of what you've been looking for. But then I feel like at the same time with the Eight of Cups here, is it truly something that you want anymore? Is it something that truly resonates with who you are anymore? Does it make you feel good about where it's going? And if so, then recommit yourself, right? But I feel like right now the Seven of Pentacles is talking about you've been putting a lot of work in. You've been pushing and pulling and using that elbow grease, and you're starting to finally see the results. But at the same time, it's frustrating because you're still at a place where you're starting to that you're still having to do a lot of work. You're not even close to being done here. But as a matter of fact, you are very close to the Ten of Wands. So yeah, I mean, it makes sense, Taurus. Your situation is like, oof. It's like, you put in a lot of effort, putting a lot of work in. And honestly, it's hard to commit to something in which you may not resonate with it anymore. That's why I think the focus of fear is being unreliable. You don't want to seem like you can't. I don't know if it's that you don't want to seem to be unreliable, but I feel like ultimately you just want to do what you want to do. You want to have fun. You want to enjoy your life. You want to be in the moment, and you want to enjoy yourself. I think ultimately you've been putting in a lot of work here. You've put in a lot of stuff. You've been diligently working on something. Now it's a burden. You're not having fun. You're not enjoying yourself. And that's why I feel like the King of Wands is coming up as a blockage, because ultimately you do not want to commit to anything right now. I think you just want to enjoy your life. Want to be if you have to commit yourself, you want to commit to something that truly resonates with your truth, resonates with what makes you happy. Alright? And if this relationship isn't doing it, then, perhaps this is a new course of where you need to take it. But ultimately, the Knight of Wands is like, you know what? I want to be me. I want to have fun. I want to do what I want to do in the moment of when I want to do it. I don't want to just sacrifice my time for someone else. I want to be in the moment, and I want to have fun with it. So that's totally fair enough, Taurus. Now, with your outcome, you have the Five of Swords. So that's just talking about being selfish and doing what you want to do and just getting it done, right? Just focusing on the self, focusing on you. But right now, there is something that you may lose from this, right? There's always something that you will lose from being, for either being selfish or compromising. You always lose something. Now, the Five of Swords does talk about a change, right? It talks about a change in your morals, in the way you think, and the way you believe, right? The fives are about changes anyway, and swords are beliefs, thoughts, mindsets, communication, things of that nature, right? Anything that has something to do with swords. So I feel like right now, the outcome shows that you may be coming out to be a bit selfish coming out of this, but it's not a problem. I don't think that you have a problem, because you do have confidence here. The King of Wands is confidence, and I do feel like right now you just kind of want to just be yourself, be you, and do what you want to do. And if it does, that means that you have to kind of compromise on some things or give up something. I don't know if that's necessarily a problem. That's the thing, because when it comes to fixed lines, y'all scary. Because if you want something, you will get it. It don't matter who stands in the way. You will get trampled on if and it's not a mean thing. It's not mean. It's just that you deserve it. You hold down the rest of our signs because you're so absolute and you're so solid on something. That's why you're fixed. You when you are set on something, you're set on it. If it wasn't for you, fixed signs, Aquarius, Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, we wouldn't be here. So you got all the fixed signs in here, if you notice, right? You got Scorpio, you got Taurus, you got Leo. The only cards that you're missing is you're missing Aquarius right now. But the thing here is that you have a little bit of Aquarius in you already, right? You got a bit of Aquarius in you already. Just do what you want to do. Be you, right? Don't compromise for anything else. If you've committed to it, so what, right? The Knight of Wands is saying, yeah, okay, you just want to just kind of break the commitment, honestly, just because you just feel like it's not really resonating with you. For some of you out there. For some of you out there, it's just that you want to have a little more fun. You want to be the energy of the Knight of Wands. You want to just be yourself at all times. Be authentic. All right, let me go ahead and pull you guys your whispers of love for this week. Let me see what's going on with you guys with the whispers of love. Whispers of love, whispers of love. Wow. Romance. Lavish the one that you love with your personal attention and attraction. Attention and affection, rather. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. And that's talking about being in the moment in one way or another. Being truly, being true in the moment, being who you are in the moment. And being who you are in the moment is one of the sexiest things ever, Taurus, okay? You guys are good at being authentic. So be authentic, alright? Well, Taurus, the thing is, that's the difficult part probably, is being authentic, not always being professional. You can be who you are and still get the reaction that you're wanting. Okay? If you want to flirt, do that. Okay? Aquarius is the king and queens of being authentic. Okay, and so in Leo too. So you have nothing to lose with this. Wow, look at that. And go with the flow. Go with the flow. Go to the sea is coming up. To the sea. Let's talk about going with the flow. Going with what feels good. Go with what feels right. Go with what you feel is right. Okay? Because ultimately you're the ones living your life. And if the situation is a burden, if your love life is a burden, you have all the power in the world to change it. It's just about figuring. But then your question is what? Like, how do I change it? What do I do? Just be yourself. Trust me. That's what's going to change the course of action. That's what's going to change everything.